Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here again, Prince Lekishon. If you're new to the channel, kindly subscribe. Show me some love so that I can keep on creating more content like this. And today, as you can see, with this beautiful lady, Nitacha introduce.
Hello, guys. It's me again, Marie Adams, on my Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Though I'm not too very active there, but you can find me on Instagram and TikTok. Yes.
Na kama kawaida ako soko.
Siko soko.
Ako soko.
Guy,
Kwanza
Jesus.
ako on
Mbona
offer.
ana insist?
Cheki. Nini, relax.
Why is he insisting?
Ako on offer kwanza.
I'm on offer, yeah.
On offer.
The highest bidder will take me.
15% discount.
The highest bidder. No, we
Kuna
are
discount?
Tuna bid.
Okay.
The highest bidder.
Okay, how much? Tunaanzia na how much?
Hey, Jesus, look at this. This is terrible.
Tunaanza na how much? Sema tu tunaanza na how much? 5K.
We guy, surely. 5K hata nilipia rent we kwenda huko.
Okay, sawa. So, apart from that, leo I have a very serious matter that we need to address. Kwa sababu tusipo address hakuna mtu mwingine anaweza address. It's very controversial. That's where we have decided to talk about it. And I am fully aware that hakuna watu wengi sana wanaongelelanga stories za churches, especially where they have gone wrong ama places wako na weaknesses. And the reason why I created this platform is because I wanted to speak about things that the society has failed to speak about, and not just that, recommend changes or solutions to these problems. So today we are going to speak about the great con of the church. And for me personally, because I'm actually a Christian and I have a very vast experience on how the church has kinda imekuwa na negative mentality. Yeah, negative influence. So recently I moved. Recently I moved.
Yeah.
I wanted to move to a new house.
Yeah.
So nikasema, why not? Nikaenda house hunting and then I found this beautiful place. It was actually a new house. The first one to move into that house.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm there, naona watu wakifanya wiring, niko like, yeah, malizeni alafu niingie. Nikaingia. Everything is perfect, there is wifi, there is everything. Mandhari iko sawa. One thing that I didn't know, after nime move in, I think I moved in on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday, nimefanya shopping, I'm just sleeping, life is good. Nasikia church. Kumbe there was a church next to where I stay. I'm telling you, I've never slept for months now.
Where was it? Was it on a Friday?
No.
On a Saturday, on a Sunday?
It was on Wednesday. I have never slept weekdays. Like half of the week I don't sleep. Because kuna kesha daily.
Hi.
So now, churches, especially African,
Yeah.
ama Kenyan churches, most of them wanaekanga, those speakers huko juu ya roof.
Yeah, has to be like loud.
Kind of like roof, and then it's like
Yeah.
they are preaching for the whole estate.
Yeah.
And you go like, just next to my bedroom. I don't sleep. And
Okay.
this is just one issue that I have with sound. Because we complain about clubs, noise pollution, hizi clubs
Yeah,
wache kupiga
what about
kelele usiku.
churches?
But what about churches? And these are no brainer. Hata si kitu controversial by the way.
Yeah.
Hii ni kitu tu unaweza point out tuseme,
Yes,
as for
something to
churches,
point out, yeah.
and I'm not even condemning, I don't know, the church or God or anything.
Yeah.
But churches by the way wapunguze hizi stories zao. Hata Sabbath ni siku moja kwa wiki.
Exactly.
So Sunday
No,
pekee.
but at the same time, in as much as you're saying about that, I think that's too much because we are all experiencing it, mostly in our neighborhood. About churches whereby they like have keshas every single day. Bro,
Anasema,
like
hakuna
I
kwenda
feel
club,
like
club yako ni
imagine.
church.
So you remember that time that they wanted to stop clubs from playing music the whole night, and then people were like, "What about these churches
Yeah.
that they normally like play the whole week?" Because I feel like if it's for churches, the main Sabbath day is like on whatever day you choose for yourself, right? But the rest of the days, if you have to really go and worship, how about you do it? See, it's just a day that you've decided, let me go talk to my God in church. It doesn't have to be that loud. It doesn't have to be that, like, the music is always like so loud, bro, you can't even sleep. and it's on a weekday, we need to sleep and go to work or do whatever. There are people who even work in the house at night. There's no way they're gonna work when the music is that loud. Like, yeah, from what you're saying, I mean, I don't know what's really happening. Like, is it really praising God all those days? Are you really, for the pastors, are you really praising God, praying, or you're just there because you want some tithes or something? Because we don't understand. Like, it's too loud. Even you and your families, what time do you even have for your family if you're a pastor and all the days of your week you're in church, you're there till you've gone to work? Like, what time do you have for your wife and your family? Like, right, it's too much.
Actually umeraise point ingine ya time management, because actually hawa watu wenye they are always in charge, you know, inasemekananga if you cannot give money you can offer service to the church.
Yeah,
na service
something
unaweza
else,
kuja clean church,
yeah.
clean the compound,
Yeah.
maybe you sound system, maybe ukue usher
Yeah, for
ama
sure.
kwa media team.
Mhm.
But these people are always in the church. But you know, sometimes you also have to create time for yourself, for your family,
Praying.
for your friends.
You have to, even if it's praying. I mean, there are churches that I know that yes, you can go to church every day, but it doesn't have to be like kesha most, especially from Wednesdays, because they do it mostly from Wednesdays to like maybe Sunday. You get, and it's always loud the entire night. Like, I don't want to say something bad. Guys go there for different reasons. There are people who literally go there to actually thank God and praise and do that. But do you have to be that loud? Do you really have to be that loud? Like, you don't have to shout. Our God is always omnipresent. Even if I whisper something right now, my God is gonna hear it. Do you have to like go to a church and you see those churches where people are always like, the way they pray loud, they have to like this. Are you guys always speaking in tongues? Because bro, yes, they're doing that and it's loud. Like, God will hear you. Just whisper your small prayer.
I have a question by the way. Do you believe in tongues? Ni ukweli
No,
ama?
I was asking my friend the other day. I was with my friends. It was in town. I think I was walking in town with my friend just the other day. Not even, yeah, my friend. And then we were like, we're actually talking with each other. And then there was these people who were praying in town, and people were just like, I think someone had even fell. Apple Archives, by the way, someone had even fell. And I mean, like, no. At the moment,
Alianguka kwa archives.
yeah, people were praying and all that. And then we were like, this is how we'll find ourselves in Shakahola. So we were like, no. I do not believe that there's a way you can just pray and start falling and doing all that. You know, there's a prayer that when someone prays for you, it's really heavy on your end, that you actually become weak. And you'll probably want to sit, or you get, but not lying down, and unless you're possessed, bro, and doing all this, I don't know what to call it. You look like someone who's possessed. Does it really happen? Unless you're possessed. Let's just be honest. It's unless you're possessed. But I know a prayer can be strong, that's gonna make you become weak, that you really want to sit down or just, you get, yeah. But hii story ya kuanguka, hebu mnatuchanganya. Just tell us the truth. What normally goes on?
Because you know, the first rhetorical question that I have, the first difficult question that I have is hizo ku speak in tongues, are they real? Because they are always like the same in every church. Hadi nashangaa, kwani ni lazima useme tu the same things? Hakuna more content ama
You sure
more?
it's the same? I've never even paid attention to listening to them.
It's always the same.
It's
Yeah, rababarata. It's almost inakwanga na mkondo tu fulani.
It's like they have a book where they read and practice.
Actually, I think kuna beshte yangu mmoja aliniambia, I don't know, maybe they are taught something like that.
It
basics,
could be.
I'm not sure.
Because you may go to church where people don't say such things.
And actually, sometimes in place nilianza ku question hii. Unajua sometimes maybe mtu anaweza kuwa ameomba for some time and then all of a sudden burst into tongues.
Yeah.
But imagine hakuna hata hiyo moment. Watu tu wanaona, we're just talking.
Yeah.
Pastor anasema sasa nataka kumkaribisha ndugu yetu Steve akuje atupatie matangazo ya leo. Rababashika sharata.
Yeah, what are they always saying?
Asha pale apatia wale watu.
Kucha umeka.
Nasikia angalia Asha pelekea wale watu kikapu ya sadaka. Rababashaka.
And you know I've heard of it.
Alafu anasema wale watoto wanacheza pale waache kupiga kelele, tokeni muende pale hivi. Sha. Jina la Yesu. Sawa, karibu sana. Unajua tuko na pia wanasiasa hapa. Rapapashakarara.
That person is not trying to get into your pockets though. You remove more cash.
And like, okay, are you like, is it Eastern tongues? Like, are you possessed by the Holy Spirit?
Are you really speaking in tongues? Are you like possessed?
And one thing, because I did CRE when I was in high school.
Yeah.
So tulikuwa tunaambiwa, unaona kwa easy gift of the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Whenever someone is possessed by the Holy Spirit, anze kuongea in tongues, there will always be someone else who will be able to interpret.
Exactly.
So me by the way, I have never seen someone interpreting those tongues. And by the way,
are you sure you search for the whole mass or whatever session?
Unless sasa ningie YouTube and then just Google
to ask if there's no one who can interpret it.
It's not common. But the thing is,
in churches in our country right now, it's apparent in all churches, which means
anasema wase wa kuinterpret hizo tongues.
But there has to be someone who's be able to interpret it.
Maybe one or two. Alafu another thing.
According to the
another thing, let's just pretend to be so naive, no? Let's just say you are Kikuyu and I am Luo, no? And then I start talking to you in Luo, knowing very well you not understand.
Yeah.
Knowing that you will get my message, alafu nikuongeleshe tu Kiluo and then I just chill. So what is the point? Say just talk to you like Kiswahili.
Exactly, so that you understand.
A language that we both understand.
English, yeah.
And tunaweza communicate sisi wote wawili. Mbona nikuja nikuongeleshe in Latin and I clearly know you don't understand it. And then
question marks.
Anyway, acha tusikondemn church sana.
No, are we really condemning? No, we are not. By the way, we are not condemning.
These are the
churches.
questions that we have.
I go to church. There's no condemn, but we have so many. It's like a rhetorical question. We're never going to get an answer to it, but I'm sure we can have an answer to it because nowadays, it's too much, bro. These are just waking up on a scare to me and you. If we said like let's say if by any chance you're a couple, actually now we decide just me and you. Next day to cover a picture to me was our church.
Reverend and Bishop.
Like what's going on, bro? Anyway, that's other questions. Because what is really happening is, did you go to Bible school and were you taught about it's called theology?
Theology.
Did you guys really go to Nini Ama? Because I feel like those are the kind of people who would just feel like you can just preach. You have a testimony to make, you went and made it and you had a nice congregation, people were like, and then you just decided, I can open a church. Imagine, like, do you see how people open churches nowadays?
Anymore.
Churches are forget about even the church, the physical church. Have you ever gone to like these parks and you find someone has parked their V8 somewhere? Hapo tu kwa park, and then they just start praying. When attract to audience, it's like probably even 6 plastic chairs, and then they're just that's how they just start. I think because I think also people have the Christian. I think we have a mentality that our pastors have to be rich for us to like believe in them.
Okay. Yeah.
So you see, if someone wants to start a church, to make sure his life is like well off. Like it's not easy for someone who's poor to start a church. Like atakwana followers, like people. It's like brainwashing. You see how pastors in our country do it. That the way they brainwash people, they tell you, you put how much it will multiply, nini. Do you know at that time you're making this person rich? Like, God, please come for us. Just come and take us. Because many people are being misled. Someone has gone, you as that pastor, you're like, you put this how much it will multiply, nini. At the back of your mind, you know you're trying to get you rich, right? But you tell that to a poor person, someone has worked is off. Like, maybe the whole week, the only match this person could afford making the whole week was probably 500. So this person, umeshamwambia that will multiply and like that 500 shillings. And then goes like that. And you just believe that you'll get it. Do you guys go by, but do your money ever multiply after putting those type? Does it ever multiply? Let's just be honest. honest conversation, does it ever really multiply?
You know, it's actually a very interesting question, by the way. But for me personally, I believe churches pia, they have a duty to teach people on how to make money. Like si tu kutoa do, like
Yeah.
you clearly know this person anatoa tu do,
Mm.
but they also have an obligation to like teach you, which I feel like not just churches, they are preaching and also teaching, because Jesus was a teacher and a preacher at the same time.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to be guided. Like mtoi tu unaambia, you know what, you're not going to get money by just fasting and chilling in the house, and opportunity will just open for you. Go to school, get your papers, master a skill, go and volunteer somewhere, maybe in the church. If you're an IT person, come to the media team, volunteer first, get the skills, and then finally they release you to the market.
Yeah.
But they don't do that. They just tell you fast for 40 days and nights, and your doors will be open. And at that time, by the way, you don't have any skill, you don't have any education, and then kutoka hapo unaenda home, unaenda kuchill.
Do you know how annoying that is? And do you know how I feel so bad for people who are falling for that trap? Like, it's just sad, honestly. God should come for us.
So by the another thing by the way that I have a problem with in churches, because there was a time I had a chance to work with an NGO. So we went to several schools, especially in Kajiado. So tulikuwa tunaenda kuongelesha children from marginalized communities, which in this case it was the Maasai community. Najua NGOs wakitaka kutafuta do wanasemanga Maasai's marginalized community, they go to Samburu, Turkana, West Pokot, mostly, because, and then they post those pictures yenye watu hii like mtu yeye ako tu sawa, the place is dusty, hakujanyesha. Kama kungekuwa na nyasi, then mtu yeye angekuwa na dust, but unapata tu mtu yeye ako na dust, and then they take pictures of the kid and then they post, then wazungu wako like, oh, I can't believe, oh, this must be suffering so much. Oh, and then they sent aid. Then most of them wanasemanga non-profitable NGOs. Because you have money, so I went there, we gave a talk, and then pia mimi na marafiki zangu sometimes tukikuwa na old clothes ama old items in the houses, we donate. We go to these children's home, we give them a talk, and then maybe we buy them sodas and just leave. It's not a big deal. And sometimes ukienda kwa places kama hizi ndio una realize people are so wako in dire situations. Like unapatia tu mtu like your old clothes, lakini mtu ana appreciate in such a way that you can't even believe.
Like we've gotten them a new clothes.
Yeah, so my point exactly is, for me personally, I feel like an individual can do so much good than the church combined. Because churches, by the way, churches, very, very few churches in Kenya do charity work. I have never seen it church flani in kwa post flani. Oh, let's go to this children's home and donate all items. I'ma go feed this. I'ma let's sponsor watu wenye hawana, wenye wako kwa low income family. Let's sponsor them at least wasome high school ama primary. Sijawahi sikia kitu kama hiyo. Mimi nasikianga tu maybe Equity Bank is sponsoring, Kenol Kobel is sponsoring.
Look at what is sponsoring.
But sijawahi sikia the church imesponsor watu hii. There are few.
Not very that few. They don't do, they do, yes, few. But very few. Very like it's supposed to always be the church that is.
I have another thing is, ikifika time kama hiyo, maybe you come to, unasema unataka mtu wako asaidiwe, watatafuta fundraising, lakini hawezi tumia zile funds ziko kwa account, which I'm assuming it's a lot.
Of course, guy, do you know how people, apparently I heard that in their churches here in our country, that when you go, how they welcome you according, they'll even have to ask about your career. So they'll how they are going to handle you will be according to how your position in life. Yes. Actually, that's what they normally do after churches. After the main service, they invite you for an after service, because they know, I'll say that's finessing and that's milking. They're gonna milk your pockets. So you're the kind of people mwenye mtakuwa mnaika huko juu kwa whatever steps, because they know wewe utaleta debt nyingi. Lakini so if me like a regular person, if I go just there like that,
kaa huko nyuma,
nitaitwa kupatiwa chai after service kweli? No, they cannot do it. So I mean, like, it's so unfair, and the way that you're saying it has also brought to this point whereby how churches are opening up schools.
Mhm.
I feel like these schools
Uh,
are supposed to profit, like, to be beneficial to either the kids who go to that church or the kids who are like they don't have opportunities to like go to school, like let's say the children from children's home wanafaa kukuja kwa those schools because it's a safe place. First, it's a church school, right? But now look at all the schools in our country zenye ziko sponsored ama whatever by churches. They are so freaking expensive. And even the owners, even the members of those churches can't even manage to take their kids to that own school. Like, what's really going on? Are you guys just, why are you playing with God? I feel like it's playing with God because that's business. The moment you open a school in a church environment and you're charging people, you're charging and you're becoming even expensive. That is like the way Jesus did to those people who came to the church. It was it a church on Nini where he was preaching and then people were selling and then he was
Yeah.
like, get out of my father's house. It's the same. Why do people think it's not the same with whatever is going on in our in our Nini nowadays? You allow people to come, you're opening schools, and you actually pay. Like, they have to pay. If it's my God's and if it's my father's environment, I don't have to like spend money or something. I don't know. I don't know if you get my point.
yeah, no, good.
But I think like it's so unfair that honestly me I can't even take my kids to those schools. Unless it's free. Not that I like free thing, but apana, it's church school. It should be a free place. Inafaa ku benefit members of the church. They're supposed to take the kids there even for free, learning for free. Because I'm sure you get enough. For them to open school, it means they're getting enough tithes. And it can cater for wherever. Just, I don't know what happens with the where does the tithes normally go?
Church account.
And then inakaa tu hapo forever and ever.
No. It's supposed to. Okay.
What if the church is already built? Everything.
Mostly when you understand most churches will wanna manage funds zao ni they expand also other churches. They also have their own projects. Maybe schools, maybe churches. And then also the reason why nazasema maybe hata kwa hizi shule maybe zisikuwe free but fee ipunguzwe is
like
because
ikwe inaweza accommodate every member, every person. Like isikwe that like if you go to this school it's like when you're so fucking rich or something you get like it's that expensive. It should be, you see, this person who's like on not making like very good money but going to this church should be able to take the kid to this school. Whoever also is making a lot of money should be able to take their kid to the same school. But now in this instance, in this how you see how it's happening, like it's not accommodative to everyone. And that's why I used to like the missionary schools back then. You see, when you study, like missionary schools are so accommodative to anyone. However poor you are, however rich you are, and you're still gonna be treated the same. Like it's should be like that. I expect like because those missionary schools are also like church-based schools, and they're so like, you know how they are. Like, you know about I was in a missionary school there. Like it was so accommodative. But come to Nairobi, most of these schools that are built from churches are private schools. They're not like public.
so
That's what's up.
because I'm a businessman, so I also have to maybe take the side of the church kidogo.
We are talking about the church.
Exactly.
What is a church?
So
That is my father's house. Don't bring business to my father's house.
Okay.
Yes. So don't speak in terms of business. That's the wrong place.
Okay.
Yes.
Sikiliza.
I will cut you short.
No, sikiliza. Since
Yeah.
let's just say since the church is also it's doing business because kufungua hizi mashule it's not like charity work. It's a side biz to like bring more money to the church. Let's just say that. No.
Okay.
So the reason why nazasema maybe wapunguze fee lakini isikuwe free is because I also understand. No, I also understand there are teachers who are working
Who
there.
has to be paid?
There are cooks, there are cleaners, and books, libraries, electricity bill that needs to lazima ilipiwe pia. So the reason why nasema maybe isikuwe free lakini ipunguzwe, because hizi prices zingine, hizi fee by the way, they're exorbitant, very high. Nasikia like 70,000 and sijui ni PP1 per term. Just like really.
No, still speaking on that, this is like a very, I don't expect anyone to support me on this one. I don't expect any pastor or wherever or whoever is watching me and feeling like I'm kuna venye nawafinya kidogo. Just don't open schools in churches. Just open other churches, right? But don't open schools. I don't think it's, unless it's like for the missionaries, whereby you remember in the schools a long time ago, they even used to pay people to go to those schools. Used to be free, like if you don't have, you just go, like that. But tell me, you know, those are among the biggest schools, like was it Stare Amanikani?
Is it a Catholic sponsored school too?
Yes, churches, missionary, Mukumu girls, nini. Don't tell me those people used to go to school like that. Hauna fee, unaenda shule unalipa. Apparently used to work like whatever amount you're able to pay, that's the amount you're gonna pay as your fee. You, if you can pay 10,000 by then, pay it. If I can pay my 100 shillings, I pay it, and we still go and learn. Like that's very fair for a church based. Lakini sasa in these ones, because most of the schools that are opening right now, they are private. Yes. Do they even open public schools really? Coming to think of it, no. It's all private. And you know how private schools are expensive. Yeah. So if you're gonna open, don't open public schools. Don't open private schools under church names. Like inawapatia tu picture, you guys are just after money or something. Like it's not a good thing. If you opened a school and it was like public, mko na hiyo amount, the public school in Kenya is, so now you get like, they don't pay so much fees, but it accommodates everyone. Like if it was like that, then please go ahead and do it. Lakini hii inafanya tu hata church is not even that. Nowadays, I don't even feel like church is a safe space to go to. I just feel like you can just sit in your house, just talk to your God, and nowadays churches are nowadays where people go to gossip. People are going to just show off how wealthy they are.
And also hunt.
And hunting, finding partners. But it's also a good, I think for partners that's okay. If you're going to find your partner in a church, I think that's okay. But say ati wewe umetoka church unaenda kutafuta partner anyway. But you can still do that, but I think that will be a very healthy marriage based and wanasemaje, imeniniwa from God. Yeah, something like that. So I think that's okay, but you go to church, people are judging you. Because I may go to this church. Whereby, about judging, let's talk about judging people in churches. You remember those things where people, they said, actually the best people on this earth, you will ever meet them are at the clubs, not churches.
Not in this case, because it's about to get down.
Yes. Do you know why? When you go to a club, who is going to sit and judge you anywhere? Like, the moment you walk in,
by the way,
people will just be like, we are Mekucha. The moment you get into a church, someone will just look at how you are dressed. So, like, they'll just look at a lot of things. If you're wearing makeup, how is your hair? Apparently, you have a way you're supposed to put your hair. You're not supposed to do this. You're supposed to wear this. You get, yani, you go to church and you don't, I'm going to church. I'm going to my father's house. What do you mean? And the moment you get entrance, the way these people look at you, you don't feel like, you'll just, and therefore if you're someone who is asked to worry, who is looking at me, why are they, like, the whole service, you won't even listen to what the pastor is saying because you're just worried, why is this person looking at me? And I just think one thing that once happened, and I really, and that's why, I go to church, but I don't go like every other time, the way I was raised, the way I'm supposed to be doing it. Someone went to church. They were wearing, it was not very short, but it was a bit short, right? They went to church. Right before this person entered the church, aliletewa maleso, akafunikwa, nini, ameambiwa don't even sit in front.
Bro,
Mbona pastor akwe confused on the first place? Mbona, unless this pastor is not, you know,
Strong.
it's a church. It's not even strong. It's just stupid or something. You should learn how to control yourself. This is a church. You'll meet different people. Maybe this person, let's say, that short wasn't short, but I'm sure there are even worse of someone who has gone with a very, very short thing. This person, if this person comes to church, welcome them nicely. Tell them whatever, nini, cover themselves. Just give them a small reason. But don't make them, wengine hata wanafukuzwa kwa church. Have you ever heard about that?
Yeah. Excommunicated.
Yes. Why would you do that? Maybe this is just a hole. Let's see what
It's just a hole.
Maybe alikuwa tu ho, alikuwa job yake, whatever happened, and it's like, oh my God, I need to go to God, I need to go and worship, I need to go thank God this didn't happen, or I just need to go and talk to God about this and this, and this is a place of worship, please let me just go here today. Umeenda huko, umewelcamiwa hivyo, will you ever want to go back to church again?
Never. Actually, let me just interrupt you.
It's so sad by the way. So much churches.
Let me interrupt you.
Nitafungua church na watoto wangu kwa nyumba. Mimi, my husband and my kids, period. Yeah.
Because the thing is, actually I feel like sometimes the treatment that drunkards ama wase wanaenda kwa club wanapata, it's
So
much
friendly.
better
It's
kuliko yenye
friendly.
wanapata kwa churches.
Exactly. It's
'Cause
not.
Mimi I've seen videos you
Yeah.
see videos zenye those ladies in clubs wanabanga bottles and I don't
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
there's some
yeah.
flames,
Whatever.
hizo videos zina glow
Yeah.
with
Treated
lights.
like VIPs.
Yeah, so you buy you drink, they will come and they will dance. They will
Yeah.
dance for you, around you, wakinunua bottles na niko like damn. Imagine ukiingia church alafu kuna treatiwa hivyo. Oof. Tutarudi immediately.
Of course, yeah, but then you're treated that nicely, yes. Okay, don't necessarily.
Sisemi eti in the
I
bottle
get
and
it.
like
Yeah,
in
yeah.
a very respectful way.
Yeah.
Because actually there was a time I was in church. Alafu mlevi akakuja akaingia church akipiga makelele. Mimi naamini Mungu. Naamini Mungu mimi. Yesu ako happy. Pastor, kwanza unafanya kazi mzuri sana. Kushika kwanza hii sadaka yangu sahi.
Guy.
Akaingia akisema hivyo.
Guy.
So kila mtu alikuwa like sasa unani? Kila mtu alikuwa like si nyamazi.
Because someone was saying ni mlevi.
So ni mlevi.
In a bad way.
Asha ndio wameenda wakamshika hivyo wakamtoa nje. Niko like
Let that man have his moment.
kwanza actually churches wanafaa target wasekawa.
Exactly.
And then convert them.
Exactly.
Wanafanya wabadilike. Sio kwanza ukikuja sijui na behave aje ama kuja hapa. Then they give you a proper
In a
mentorship.
nice way.
Proper
See
mentorship.
you. It's actually sad. And that is why most of us, I think that's why most of the youths are not going to church nowadays. And it's not because of mepoteka or anything, but whatever is going on in the church nowadays, it's like, bruh.
How about in terms of style? Because unajua ukienda church they condemn dreadlocks, tattoos. Kuna sense of fashion that the church is
Please,
kind of
I feel like, I don't feel like, but the only person who is allowed to judge us is God.
Okay.
So if I decide to go to church with my dreadlocks, the church that I go to, you're not supposed to even wear dreadlocks and something. Your hair is supposed to be like, you see, like it's supposed to be natural. You don't even wear wigs and all that, you get. But I feel like they should just let people live their own life. People have their own different relationships with God. You can't come in between. Huyu amevaa locks zake, so unamkataza singelo church juu anavaa locks. Like it doesn't, when it comes to hizo jewelries and everything, if someone wants to come to church wearing them, they've read their own Bible, right? Not their own, they've read their Bible. They know what's right and what's not right. So if they still decide to come like that, don't judge them. You have your own sin. So what makes you think your sin is much? There was this thing that they said, you're so comfortable in your sin that you don't find whatever you're doing is a sin, so you're ready to judge me who is sinning. I've not put it in the best way, but it's just like, namwona ako on the wrong. And there's also some sin that you're always doing that maybe is not on the line or something. So you judge, and you're not any better. You get the way people normally judge people who drink alcohol. I don't think alcohol is wrong in the first place, because who turned water into wine, baby? It was Jesus, for people to have fun, you get. But the moment you drink it and it leads you to commit some other sins, I think that's when it's bad, right? So if you're going to judge someone who is coming to church because sijui amevaa aje, and not kuvaa pia, of course kuna decency. We're not telling you to go to church with miniskirts, bro. Like, you're going to God's house. You have to be respect. Lakini ikiwa that one chance that you found yourself somewhere and you really had to go, like, you can just get a lesson or something or go, you get. But still, it doesn't give you the right as a church member to judge them. We are all sinners. Unaona, they say there is no small sin. Like, hakuna dhambi ndogo mbele ya Bwana. Everything is like the same. Unaona, unamjudge amevaa hiyo miniskirt yako. For you just judging that person because it's already a sin to judge, you're just the same as that person. You get, like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, our church is not like a safe space anymore the way it used to be. Like, even when we were young, I think, no, it's just because when we were young, we never used to see them, because we used to go, mama amekuvalisha, you're like, but now that you're coming out and you're actually seeing these things and you're ready to address it, like how we're seeing it, it's so wrong. If you're going to church, go to church, pray to your God, thank God for everything, maliza na uende home. You story where you're just there, you're just mtoto wa nani? Ule, who is he? Why? You're going to worship God or you're going to praise man. It's so annoying. I get so irritated talking about this because I used to love going to church, but nowadays I like even go to church once in a year because it's so annoying.
But that's the whole point of you grow up and then you start criticizing things ama unaanza kuona vitu clearly because then you can have an opinion
about it
and then maybe you can have a positive criticism because you know when you grow up you see weaknesses somewhere and then you try to change.
But the only thing I love about churches is how they like how we were brought up as kids in the church. That was the best foundation. Like, even me, I'll never deny my kid that. Like, it was the best foundation. They do that perfectly. Like, I think when now you grow up and you're a grown up and you just see how people are being treated in churches, and now you're feeling it. Unajua ukiwa mtoto, you're like an angel, especially in the churches you're carried as angels, right? So you want to be able to see this much. And now that you're grown like this, now you're able to like literally even see this person is not good, this person is good, this church is all about this. Get.
Kwanza kuna wengine wanasema hadi usipotoa Mungu atakubariki.
I don't have to remove. And but the one thing about tithes, you don't have to remove money. I don't think it has.
No, kuna wengine wanasema hadi angalia, usikuje kwa nyumba ya Mungu bila la kitu.
Mimi nikikuja na kuku utanifukuza.
No, don't come to the house of the Lord empty-handed. Na usipotoa pia vikapu vyako hazitaongezeka.
That is wrong. That the Bible does not allow.
And then
does not even talk about
then,
it.
Then the thing is wataanza kusemaje that woman alikuwa sijui na only I don't know a small bread and a small oil na katumia then zikaongezeka, so hata wewe nini itaongezeka. No, vitu kama hizo kwanza kukufanya but even if you had like a small,
do you think God will bless you with that because you're removing because this person said it? It's not from your heart. You see, if I'm coming to remove my tithe, should be from my heart. I'm like, oh my God, God has blessed me. Let me give him this today. Next time I come, oh God, I've been having issues with my God. Like, I've been having, not with my God really, but I've been having issues in my life. I don't have anything. I want to go talk to God. I don't have anything. And unataka kuni guilt trip because sijatoa sadaka. And I don't have anything. I've come here to worship, to ask God, to literally pray and talk to him and tell him whatever that's going on in my life. Sina sadaka. And then you want to make me guilt trip. Do you think I'll ever come to that church again? I'll only want to come there when I have. Like, God won't be my safe space. The church won't be my safe space whenever I want to talk to God. You see? Because you go there, you feel like you're being judged and all that.
Another story of sadaka, by the way. You know, there was when I was a kid, there's this church that we used to go to. Because I was first nilianza kuwa Protestant when I was extremely young. Hapo ndio kuna Sunday school, mnaemba and then once in a while mnakuja mna memorize verses and then mnaletwa mbele ya church. Kila mtu anasema memory verse. Oh, James chapter 6 verse nini? Ama Proverbs chapter nini? Genesis chapter 1 verse 1.
Hiyo unakuwa.
So unakuja una narrate verse yako hapo, then watu wanakuklapia, and then
Yeah,
kutoka hapo
it's
they
so
take
nice.
pictures of you.
Mm.
Absolutely wonderful. So nilianza kama Protestant.
I even once preached in my church when I was young. Yeah.
So nilianza kama
I
Protestant.
know.
And then afterwards I went to a boarding school, and then nikaanza kuwa Catholic because Catholic, they had an opportunity to go out of school on Sundays to a nearby church. So they call like, you know what, it's a boarding school. I just want to get out of this school compound and just go somewhere. So nikasema, you know what, I'm going to be Catholic. Me kwenda huko, me I didn't see any problem because tuna worship the same God. Because we use the same Bible. There was no problem. So sometimes when nikitoka Catholic,
But Catholics don't use the same Bible.
Okay, wachana na hizo the Deuterocanonical books, wachana na hizo, but just is it the normal Matthew? It's the same. So once in a while ndio nilianza ku feel like unaona ile watu wanaku-condemn mama wanaanza kuuliza questions. Kitambo I never sikuwa na job, but one sasa ni kwa class naona classmate ananiuliza, are you Catholics? Sijui mnaabudu msalaba. I'm just like, what do you mean? Akasema hizi nini Holy Communion inafaa kwa once maybe in a year, because your time will happen only once, and you guys are misusing it because kila Sunday. So like hata sikuwa nafikiria hizi vitu. Just leave me alone, man. Mimi niko poa, I'm just going out. What's up? Don't overthink these things. So and then aside from that, nikatoka nikajoin sasa high school, still Catholic, and then and then now finally nikaingia finally sasa huku nje by there I can go to any church. I don't have a problem with any church
as long as you worshiping God.
I don't have a problem
the same God. And why do also the churches of Cornell rivalries?
I don't know. Actually, before I address that, let me just address this issue in story. The reason why nimepeana history. So there was this Catholic church tulikuwa tunaenda, and then they had unaona hizo place ya kwenda kuweka sadaka, those wooden. So if you ever drop a coin inalia church mzima. So it's like a big box. Big box hivi, and then like a shimo hapo juu. So ukiweka tu hivi unasikia tu.
You're in school because of course it's a coin that you will be able to afford.
And then the thing is this, so maybe uko na like a 50 bob, and then maybe ni 2010. So unajua lazima uingize moyo tu. Oh my, what? Unaibisha sasa saa zingine. And nilikuwa nafanya iko weird ni. Sasa watu wakaenda kutoa sadaka, mlikuwa mnaenda bench per bench. So this whole bench utatoka hivi iende. So imagine being the only one left in the bench, just sitting like this. Kila mtu anapita tu hivi anakwambia songa una sadaka. It's like mpaka yote imesadaka ili utoke nje. Wewe huko kwanza ungoje. So hiyo wooden boxes kwanza. Watu weke kikapu soft. Hata weke kitambaa hapo ndani.
Normally have nowadays, ama they still have the wooden
Nowadays, no, I don't know. Sijui kama wali change because sijaenda recently.
No, to any church that you've gone to.
Hiyo mimi nakumbuka tu hiyo moja ya wooden boxes.
That was cool. That was wonderful.
Another thing is numerous hapo umesema hiyo story na rivalry, hiyo competition. I think there was a story in the Bible that I once read whereby disciples of Jesus walienda ku preach somewhere, and then they met other people casting out demons in the name of Jesus. Alafu those disciples they kama wakakuwa na like wakakorofishana hivi na hawa si wakasema aje, why you casting out demons in the name of Jesus, na walidhania inafaa kwao. And then when they came back to to Jesus akamwambia like I don't know, it's like a continue. It was not a problem. They are casting out demons in my name, so it's not a problem. Because we are saving, we have the same agenda, the same objective. So ukipata mtu mwingine anafanya, he is converting people, sinners into people who are saved. Like you're supposed to embrace them. If I call like a competition, I feel bad.
People are always making it look like
that. But the reason why maybe na feel ni kama kuna hiyo competition is maybe ego, ama they want to seem successful. Wanataka kuonekana church yangu iko successful because iko na watu wengi. Ile church iko na watu wachache, so it's like a ego ya pastor kidogo.
You think that's the thing?
Maybe.
No, me I feel like it's a rivalries, considering that we have people who go to church on Fridays, Saturdays, Sunday. Like they want to prove themselves that they're the ones who read the Bible and understood it, and that they're who are actually going to heaven.
Seriously. So ukiona
That is the thing.
so
That
if
is
kama
what's
church iko na
going
watu
on.
wengi, so kama church iko na watu wengi na
Story
ingine
tena
haina.
watu wengi. I don't think even it's a matter of watu wengi kwa church cause I don't know about that watu wengi. But me nafikirianga kwa hiyo ni hiyo people who think like they've read the Bible, that have understood it, they're like actually God rested on this day. This should be the day we're going to church. So people are like creating their own days and trying to make it a bit look like that's whatever. That's like
You know the thing is this, we are talking about competition. I mean on a competition, it is in the aspect of numbers. Because mostly they don't talk about finances and all those. They
competition
don't
ni
go to details.
finances. That's why they're going to ni finances. Ukiona uko na a big a larger congregation, like say of course it's money. Yeah. But I don't think that's where the rivalry is coming from. The rivalry is coming from when did Jesus actually.
So unaongelea kuhusu SDAs na Protestants.
It's all it cuts across.
Okay.
See Muslims, they're part of it, you get. Like it cuts across. Kuna the SDAs, kuna the Muslims, kuna wherever, the Protestants, the Catholics. Like kuna two guys, we're worshipping the same God. If I decide to even, there is not even deciding, by the way. There's a day that God created, that God rested, and decided that will be the day of worship. So it's just up to us to figure out what day that is, and actually just avoid all these rivalries and all this, because I think that's what's going on. Yeah, your churches. I don't think it's all about congregation. It could be, only that I've never looked at it that way. Yeah. So.
Damn.
Actually, it's a hot topic.
Yeah, I actually agree with you because we serve the same God.
We are
Muslims,
yes.
Christians.
Wote kila mtu, yeah.
Maybe ni hapo tu place kuna difference ni hapo kwa
Muhammad,
Jesus,
prophets. Yeah, the prophets, Jesus. Yeah.
Now zote, by the way, I think like all religions, they promote law and order.
Yeah, they do.
There is no religion on earth that promotes disharmony, killings.
Are you sure? I think there is this one religion whereby they believe in killing people in large numbers. That's when you go to heaven.
Which religion is that?
I don't want to mention names, but it's known. It's known.
Really?
Yes. They believe in dying in large numbers. So if it's my time or something, I have to like kill you and other people so that we will all go to heaven.
Well, let me just say this because I'm not an expert in that, because I know exactly what you're talking about. In the religion that you're
asking,
I know exactly, and I know.
I don't want to call them.
And
I don't want to be attacked.
Relax. And I know exactly the religion that you're referring to. I am not an expert to dissect that matter, and we are not professionals.
Yeah.
But generally, all religions promote law and order. I don't think there's any religion that just promotes lawlessness around.
Yeah.
Religions always promote law and order, self-improvement, peace, love.
Yeah.
Also another thing. Yeah. Miracles. Let's talk about miracles.
Do you believe in miracles?
Yeah, I do believe in miracles. Unajua nimekuwa nikikaa hapa hivi na YouTube. I've been watching YouTube, and then kuna watu wengi. Unajua watu wanasemanga hawa ni wasomi. Watu wengine wanasemanga hawa ni wasomi. So unajua kuna watu wanasema mimi ni msomi sana, I have degree in this and this and this. And hapo anakaa hapa anapeana theory zake, anasema why miracles do not exist. Anasema it's just a probability of an unlikely event happening, maybe probability, maybe one in a billion event alafu it happen. So maybe unaweza ita a miracle because it is so unlikely to happen. Yeah. And then I was watching a documentary by Morgan Freeman about miracles. Then there was this guy who fell from the 60th floor hadi chini, and he didn't die. 60 floors hadi chini. Walikuwa wanaona cleaners wa windows chini. He didn't die. So walikuwa wawili. Yeah, walikuwa wawili na brother yake. Brother yake he died of course on the spot, but he survived, and he was the older bro. So akaenda hapo, and then of course alivunjika like so many bones, like I don't know how many bones kwa body yake. Akaenda akakaa ICU, finally akarecover, he's walking, he's perfectly fine, ako tu sawa. But akaenda hapo akakaa hapo because Morgan Freeman amempeleka akamsimamisha hapo, akamuuliza tulianguka kutoka wapi, akasema uko juu. hadi chini. Those unajua inakuanga na cables zinaenda kushikilia kutoka juu, so cable ili snap hadi chini. And then wanakuanga kwa place fly inakaa like a box hivi yenye unaweza weka paint zako hapa ama cleaning equipment zako, so it's like a box, alafu inakuteremsha hivi, na ukifika mahali unastopisha, you clean it and then unateremka tena, then ukimaliza unaenda hadi the other side. So walikuwa wanasema aje, it's a miracle that it happened.
That's a miracle.
Yeah, I believe it's a miracle.
That's a miracle. Great luck. That's a miracle. And you know, I also believe in miracles, yes. But to what extent? There are different types of miracles. You see, these ones, I'm not judging, or maybe I'm judging, but I'm just trying to coil it all out true. You see, these crusades that you go to, ati mtu amekuja walking with a wheelchair, and then they're prayed for, and then they start walking. That is a lie. That is not a that is a lie. That is a lie. Immediately. Ati umeombewa hapo, are you Jesus?
Substantiate. How sure are you it's not a miracle?
Because
Tuseme mtu tu akikuuliza how sure are you? You have reasons, because you have to defend yourself.
No, it doesn't make sense.
You have okay.
Miracles
do not make sense.
They do not, lakini there are those that you can just look and you're like, someone had something like, there is this condition, or
epilepsy.
Yeah. Let me not say epilepsy. Let me say something like, let's say this person who came in a wheelchair has like this condition called cerebral palsy.
Okay.
If you get atumenda hapo ukaombewa and then ukaamka you are okay. That is a lie.
Inaweza kuwa miracle
That is a
pia.
lie.
Miracle is
Biologically speaking, that's a lie. You see, the kind of miracles that I will attest to do actually exist. You have been into a road accident. Everybody else died in the road, and you survived. That's a miracle. They said the story about Morgan Freeman. That's a true thing. Someone has been suffering from this condition. Doctors have given up, and then all of a sudden they have failed. That is a miracle.
But definition of miracle, it's an event that has no sense, has no meaning. You cannot explain.
Sasa ninakwambia kama ninakwambia
so the same way ukiona msee ako kwa wheelchair, you can't explain how amesimama.
No.
It's the same way kila mtu amedili kwa gari.
We all know, me and you, we know that's a lie. These people are being paid to fake. Like, I don't know, maybe my mind is just localized to what I've seen. That I actually don't believe in such actually happening. But you see, if you're saying about, okay, tell me how this one is gonna make sense.
Shoot.
I had HIV and AIDS.
Okay.
You come and pray for me, and then I go to the hospital and I don't have HIV and AIDS. You're fucking lying to me. You're fucking lying.
A miracle is it's an event that I cannot be explained.
Cannot happen. It's either I'll have that HIV/AIDS and I'll be able to live for long. Lakini there is no other thing is gonna disappear out of my body. You are lying to me.
How can you explain someone surviving, the only person surviving the whole bus?
In the whole bus. That's a miracle.
But
it was just not your day.
But we kupona HIV, it's not a miracle.
Kupona HIV, we kuna tango. No, let us just be logic. Like, think. In Kenya, in dunia, not Kenya, the whole world. Have you ever heard of someone being cured from HIV?
Let's just say no.
No, let us not say. I want you to reason,
okay,
logically speaking, exactly. So I come to you. So your pastors in Kenya here are praying for people who have HIVs and all of a sudden they don't have. See, that's a lie.
Are you sure?
I'm thinking to that level. See, it's a lie. Hawa watu wenye walikiwa hiyo of HIV washai bring you hata kwa news wakasema they have a testimony.
The blood of the hope.
No.
Blood of the lamb.
No, when it comes to miracle, I think iko na some levels. Yeah. You see something like you felt like your life was just going, you just giving up, and then you just go and pray, and then the next day you just wake up to news. Those are miracles. Being able to survive whatever, those are miracles. Lakini hii yenye you're coming and just telling me nimevunjika, like you can even say you don't have a leg, alafu you're telling me I'll have a leg tomorrow. No, you are lying.
Kama ulikuwa umevunjika.
I was amputated. Like nimekatwa. Until miracle nikaekewa miguu nikaamka niko na miguu ingine. That's a lie. Bro, where is the other part coming from?
Well, we also have to be a little bit realistic. Atuongelee vitu
Let us
zingine.
be realistic, exactly. Not, I do believe in miracles, yes, they do happen. They at me even I have first hand, I can literally testify. Lakini there are just some that don't make sense. They just don't make sense.
Actually,
You
the
get?
thing is, najua wanasemanga God is wanasemanga Holy Trinity, eh? So omnipotent, omniscient na transcendent.
Yeah,
So transcendent inamaanisha ni he's beyond human understanding.
yeah,
It's like an animal.
yeah.
Hata animal yoyote kwa hii dunia ikue, hata ikitrainiwa aje, it can never reach the level enye sisi wanadamu.
Human beings
Hata
result,
ukitrain aje, let's say a cow.
yeah.
Like a cow can never just code ama ama act
For
on
sure.
never. So it's like thinking yetu, we cannot be the thinking of God. We
Yeah.
are just some species hapo hivyo chini.
Yeah, it's true.
We cannot. So but the
No,
only
kama hizo miracles that is someone woke up from. Unasikia people normally wake up from 4 years of being in coma. Those are miracles. Those are legit miracles. 4 years and you're waking up. You are dead, even your family gave up on you long time ago. Then all of a sudden you're coming back to life. You see, those are the miracles that I'm talking about. Lakini hizi zenye tunadanganywa hapa ati nimeenda na wheelchair nikaamka I'm walking. It's only God. Me believe that one is only meant for Jesus. If I was crippled, he came and did whatever and I'm able to walk, that's Jesus.
You know the thing. The thing is this, eh? The thing is this.
Yeah.
I don't want to go so deep into maybe pointing out some specific events. Kwa sababu a miracle for me, by the way, I believe a miracle is something that cannot be explained.
Yeah.
So anything, ikuwe ni disease that umepona, ikuwe ni any accident umeponea, whatever. A miracle is something that cannot be explained. And hata ukiulizwa ili happen aje, you don't know, just there uko like, just thank God.
Yes.
So but kuna zingine they are so noticeable ama make sense. Kama I was watching some TikTok the other day of this pastor akona football kwa altar anacheza football. So anakuja anakuambia iti kuja hapo hivyo iti akikuchenga alafu unaanguka chini and now sijui ulikuwa na demons and unaanza ku roll hapo hivyo. Just like, are you serious?
That is what I'm talking about now. That's what I'm talking about.
This acting, mimi nachanga mbona mna act, and then there's this other one. I think pastor alikuwa na machungwa mob zimekuja zikawekwa hapo hivyo, so anashika hivi alafu anakurushia hivi, ukishika and that's it. Unaanguka chini.
Does not make sense.
Kama hiyo kupuliza watu. Ako hivi na microphone.
Alafu ni hayo.
Akifanya kila mtu side anaanguka. Akifanya kila mtu side anaanguka. Because you know there's one time that I was in high school. Then high school sasa unajua during the holiday mnaenda church. Then kuna hii the last Sunday. Nasemekananga it's youth Sunday, back to school. Tunawaombea.
Oh yeah.
So unakuja and then on a Saturday after like 3 days of fellowship nafika. And then kasemekana aje kujeni hapa mbele tuombe watu wanarudi shule. Pastor akasema iko lete mafuta kwanza. Akasema lete mafuta akamwagilia. Za hapa hivi. Kushika kwa jina la Yesu. Utapita mtihani. Takuwa ombewa hapo anaenda next. So kulikuwa na lines kuzuamini. So mimi nilikuwa kwa the second line. Mwenye alikuwa mbele yangu, mimi nilisikia tu mtu ameniangukia. Boom. So mimi niko like, yeah, today is about to go down.
You also want to.
Then niko like, Leo it's about to go down. This pastor is very powerful.
Yeah.
Very powerful. Hadi mimi time ya kuombewa nikakuwa very attentive. I just want to feel nini watu wana feeling. I'm just nimefunga macho but niko like I also want to feel my legs weekend.
You also want to fall down.
Nataka kufeel kitu imeniingia. Nianguke chini nirushe mateke.
But you know it has also happened to me.
Seriously?
In church, I swear. No, I didn't fall. Like this is the story. Like the same instance. In my school now it was like CU. Since I was in a Catholic school, we had like we were never given variety of choices to go to our various churches. Since I don't worship on like Sunday, you get. So now on this day, CU, someone was invited. So CU is the only one you can go to because at least we have the same type, almost the same type of worshiping style. You see, almost we can relate to the same songs and all that. So we go this day when we invite a pastor from outside.
Where specifically?
I was in I'm not mentioning now. I'm not.
Utaki kumention
I'm not.
ushatoka huko.
No. No, it was Mukumu Girls. Yeah. Hey, you guys. I just sing this story of Mukumu Girls.
Hiyo ni ile mlikuwa na
Sacred
cemetery.
Heart Girls. Yeah, we
like
had
a
like a cemetery. Yeah.
Mlikuwa mna believe in ghosts
It was a
and
mission. Yes, it was a whole story.
Wow.
That should be a story for another day. But I was in Mukumu Girls.
Okay.
Sacred Heart. It's not Mukumu. It's the Sacred Heart Girls.
Oh.
So they
Sorry.
brought this pastor on this one Sunday. So every time people are always praying and saying, people are always falling and So this time we went to church. We went with my friends. So it was on Sunday. We normally used to have it on we had like hours for going for the CU on Sundays after cleaning around 11 up 12 I think. Yeah. So we went there. Guys were praying. The pastor is praying. I shall preach. I may preach. No, it's time to pray. They're speaking in tongues. Girls in our school are speaking in tongues. People are rolling. People are crying. I'm there. I'm like, God, why am I not feeling it? Because I also want to cry. I had even started faking crying. I even tried to be emotional with God and think about the worst scenario. I'm thinking of the worst thing that ever happened to me, and God was not there.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
why did? So I'm trying to cry, but it's not coming. I wanna fall. I'm not falling. I'm like, bro, what's going on? I felt like, and if I was standing because it's Zambele, where many people have, I felt like the pastor was almost about to come and push me down,
maybe uko na
literally.
mapepo utaki kuanguka.
Exactly, that's what they would even say in our school. People in CU would say that, like, when you go to church and you pray and you're not falling, people will start saying that you even have those mashetani. You get, and the fact that my school had some stories.
God.
Imagine, like, it used to be that bad and but I've never fallen. I've gone to these churches where people, because me go to church. If you're my friend and you invite me to your church, I'll come. I'm not judgy. We'll go wherever you get. See, we are going to worship God. I'm not going there for anyone. You get. I've never. Sijui, how does it happen? How do you guys end up falling? Because this is a very quite long topic.
Yeah, it's a very long topic.
Yeah.
Naona time
We should have a part 2.
We should have a part 2 of this. So before I finish this video, like I said in the beginning, the purpose of this video is to just to pinpoint, to pinpoint areas where we feel like the churches need to improve.
Yeah.
And not necessarily, and the weaknesses that we have mentioned in this video, they do not apply to all churches in Kenya, or all churches in the world.
Yeah.
Those are just the few churches that needs to improve.
Feel like,
needs to improve on this.
Yeah.
So I know lots of you people out there mko na different experiences of the church. Wengi wenu, they have impacted you in a very positive way. Watu wengine you have mko na negative stories about the church. Kindly rusha kwa comment section tuambie experience yako. Alafu tukikuja na part 2, stay tuned. If again kama huja subscribe and see you next time. Bye.